Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, I don't think I've ever done like a full face tutorial type of thing. I mean, I know a while ago I did like my base foundation routine, and then like I'll do like eyeshadow looks, but I don't think I like fully explain every step I'm doing, or I really don't think I've done a full video of foundation and eyeshadow and like complete look. So if you're looking for a one tutorial, one video on how I do literally my entire face, this is it. So I don't have anything on my face, so I'm going to start in with some serums. This is Clean Skin Club Vitamin C Brightening Booster, and the Ordinary, bear with me, niacinamide 10% and zinc 1%. So I'm just going to put a few drops on my forehead, my cheeks of the Ordinary, and then same with this one. Alright, and just rub it in. You can tell how much like your skin needs the hydration by how fast it absorbs. Like this is fully absorbed into my skin right now, just because I just took a shower, so my skin is really dry. And so next step would be moisturizer, but since I'm not waiting to put on my makeup, I'm going to do it right now. I'm just going to go in with a primer, and I'm going to be using the Matte Putty Primer by e.l.f. So just make sure this is fully absorbed so that when you mix the two, it doesn't like peel away or get clumpy. And just kind of throw it right on there. In this, so e.l.f. has the original putty primer, which is this like pink colored one. Well, they kind of look the same. Okay, yeah. So the pink one is the original, and then the white is the matte putty primer. They also have a yellow one. It's the Luminous. If you get really oily throughout the day, the matte one, lifesaver. It's $8. You can get it at literally any drugstore, Walmart, Target, anything like that. And it is my favorite matte primer that I've used so far to combat oiliness throughout the day. I get super oily, like right along my nose, right on the edges here, and my temples. And this helps so much, especially this combined with a matte foundation. Lifesaver. Oh man. Dug my nail right into it. Whatever. And you don't have to cover your whole face. You could just do like your T-zones or any spot that gets really oily, or any that you just want to prime. But I am an oily mess throughout the day, so I put it basically all over my face, especially in my smile lines, because those get aggressive. Like I don't even have to like fully smile, but just by talking, it looks like I'm not wearing anything. I swear I am. But just like talking throughout the day, like I get full indents in my foundation and it looks ridiculous, but it happens with every foundation. It's not just like a certain one. So alright, so primer's on. So the look I actually want to do today, I'm going to do my routine slightly different, because next step for me would normally be foundation, but I want to get like a super straight line in my eyeshadow, so I'm actually going to do eyeshadow next. So since I want the super sharp line, I'm actually going to be using tape and doing that trick. And if you don't know about this trick, all you do is you take a piece of tape, any kind, and just put it along the edge of your eye. However, like straight or down you want the line of your eyeshadow to go. Okay. And since I don't have foundation on, I would normally just do foundation and then put my eyeshadow on, but since I don't have that, I'm going to go in with a eyeshadow primer, just so there's something for the eyeshadow to stick to. And you can use any eyeshadow primer. I don't really think there's one better than another. I have used the e.l.f. one. It's not bad. I think it's like $2. But this is pretty vulgar, and this thing's pretty expensive. But you want one that's nice and tacky, especially if you're going to use like a bright color or a bold color. If you use an eyeshadow primer, the color is oh, what's the word? Like more enhanced. It shows up better. It's brighter. Okay, so going with Jaclyn Hill Volume 1 palette. This thing doesn't have a mirror. No. Okay. So I want to do like kind of like a copper, kind of like to match my outfit. So I'm going to start light and with a big, this is actually the Jaclyn Hill brush JH32. Big, nice and fluffy brush. I'm going to go in with, I don't know which one's lighter. This one? This one's lighter. So, MFEO. I don't remember what that stands for, but this color right here. I really do not remember what that's for. But anywho, so just get that on the brush, and then you can be as messy as you want with this, especially since you don't have any foundation on first. There's nothing that's going to stick. Like, if you have fallout from the eyeshadow, you can literally just wipe it off, no problem. And since you have the tape there as your guide, you don't have to really try hard. So you can be super messy because the tape will stop whatever goes over it, which is the best part about this trick. I do it all the time and is my absolute favorite trick that I've ever learned. I like to get really close to the tape because it gets more pigment, which creates a harsher line. And I know a lot of people don't like to do eyeshadow first because how are you going to get your foundation so close to your eyeshadow that you don't have any lines? So if you want, another trick is if you want to just do concealer or a little bit of foundation and just put it in your immediate eye area. And then if there's any mistakes, you can just wipe away the excess and then do the rest of your routine, no problem. Okay, then I'm going to go in with just a smaller fluffy brush. This one's more pointed. And I'm going to take one color deeper than what I just did. So I think I'm actually going to take this color Buns right here. And with that, I'm just going to go right along the edge and right into the crease. And barely blend this out because I just want that inner corner and inner line to be darker to give more dimension. So I'm not really bringing it up, I'm just going in and patting it to get more pigment. I really want that to be darker. And then this shade I'm actually going to bring right across the lid. Okay, and then one more, even smaller, kind of fluffy pointed brush, also JH40 Jaclyn Hill brush. I'm going to go in with another darker shade. Actually going to take this one, probably this one. Jax, this like reddish color here. I'm going to go in the very inner corner just to give that some real dimension. I'm not bringing it up very far, and I'm not going in very far. So I just want this little corner to have more dimension than the rest. I'm going to try to ever so gently create a darker line up top so that when I cut the crease, there's a little bit more dimension. And just patting it in there. And I'm going to take the brush from the one before and just add a little more color to the lid. Okay. So now I'm going to take a concealer, and I have the Born This Way. I'm going to take the, oh wow, it's a lot. So I have this little dome brush, and I'm just going to put a little bit on the brush and draw out a cut crease. And there is a trick for cut creases. If you were to just put some concealer on your brush, put it at the end, and then look up, it gives a I don't know if you can see it, a little dot, so you know how far up to draw your line. Or you can put it all along the bottom of your lid and look up, so you have a full guide of where to go. Alright, I'm only doing a half cut crease so that I bring it halfway in. And then I'm going to take that middle shade Buns on my finger and just pat that right over the edge of the concealer. And this just kind of blends the concealer and the eyeshadow together so it's not as harsh. So then when you put the topper over the concealer, it blends better with the rest of the look. Alright, so now I have a smaller fluffy dome brush, and I'm going to go in with, alright, SBN right down here. It's a kind of like a rose gold glitter. I'm going to pack it right on my brush and go right over the concealer. And at the beginning, I normally pack it on, and once I get closer to the edge of the concealer and the eyeshadow, I'll spread it out a bit more, just so it's more blended. Gives more of a unified look. Alright, so that is the eyeshadow. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera, and I'll be right back to do like eyeliner and whatnot. Okay, so eyeshadow is on both eyes, so now I'm just going to take off this tape. And you can see how you get like a really sharp line. So super cool trick, if you can get it off. So now I'm actually just going to quickly wipe any fallout that happened off my face. And then I will go in with foundation. So I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way 24-Hour Matte Foundation. And I'm going in with a beauty blender. And so for this, I get really close to the line of eyeshadow, and then whatever I can, and then I'll just take a small little tapered brush and get super close to the line. Alright, so to get close to the line, I'm just going to take the bottle and a small little brush, grab some from the bottle, and then just get really close to the line. Alright. So after foundation, I go in with concealer, and this is the same concealer that I use to cut the crease for my eyeshadow. So I just take this right under my eye and right up top. Then I take another beauty blender and just blend that right out. And the trick for concealer is that you want it to be 1 to 2 shades lighter than your foundation shade, because you want to brighten up those areas and give your face more dimension. So whatever shade you buy in foundation, go at least 1 shade lighter in concealer. I believe this is maybe 2 or 3 shades lighter than my foundation. Alright, so after I put concealer on, I will go in and do my eyebrows. So for this, for my eyebrows, I use a mixture of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pomade, the Benefit Brow Contour Pro Pen, and some e.l.f. Wow Brow. It's just like a gel to set them. So what I'm gonna do is first take my little brow brush and just brush them out in the shape that I want them. Make sure all the little hairs are going the same way. Then I'm going to start with the pomade and go right along the bottom. And then about halfway at the top I'll go in. Kind of just like outlining them right now. And then I'll fill in the tail. Alright, and I will also fill in the middle part, but not all the way down to the front or the beginning. So what I then do to do the beginning of the brow, I will take the brow pencil and just draw in some little hairs. Alright, and then I take the brow gel and just run it through so they stay in place. And there we go. Okay, so now that the brows are done, I will now powder my face. So I'm using the Fenty Beauty Powder in the shade Banana. And I'm taking a beauty blender with some powder on it and just going under my eyes. And I do this to set the concealer so that it doesn't crease and doesn't move throughout the day. And so just so it's not sticky. Alright. And since I poured too much in my cap, I will now take some on a brush and do my chin and jawline, and then my nose. And I do normally use a different powder for the rest of my face, but if I pour too much of the loose powder, I will just use that until it's gone, and then I'll go in with the other powder that I use for the rest of my face. This might cover it for everything though. Alright, so next is contour, and I'm going to take the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette, and I'm going to be using the middle shade here, which is a medium contour, and this double-ended contour brush, and just go right in, kind of right under my cheekbone, and then blend it in, so it's not as a harsh line. And there was a trick I used to do, if you really want, is so after you, well, I guess like when you're powdering your face, you do a white line around your jawline. And okay, no, that's wrong. So what you do is you do contour first, and then you powder your face. But when you powder your face, you do a white line with powder so that this is a sharper line. And I used to do that all the time. I don't really know why I stopped, but I did. And now I just kind of circle motion and blend it out. And so the point of contour is to give your face kind of like a shadow, so you get more dimension. So you use a lighter concealer to brighten up the inner part of your face, and then you use contour to darken or shade certain spots to make your face either look thinner or smaller, and in my case make my forehead look smaller. So yeah, I just bring the contour up along my hairline to make my forehead look smaller. So I have a big forehead. And then what you could also do is take the smaller side and just go down the side of your nose, and this will also shade your nose and make your nose look smaller. And then what you could also do is highlight this bridge to kind of counteract the shade so that you could really make your nose look however you want. I don't normally do that though. So next, take blush, and this is the Lunar Beauty from Manu MUA Moon Prism Blush Palette, and this is my absolute favorite palette. I use this shade almost every day. I'm going to use it today. It's called Stargaze, and just kind of put that right on your cheekbone. I never used to use blush because I have such bad rosacea, but I started using it and now I can't stop. So I feel like it kind of brings your eye to where the blush is instead of down here where my rosacea is. And I like it, so I use it because I can. I don't care what people think. You can, go over your nose and whatnot. So there's that. Okay. Now is when I do eyeliner, mascara, lashes. I go back to my eyes. So. Okay, so now I'm going to come in pretty close. Where's my eyeliner? Okay. So I'm using the Kat Von D matte liner. And, I mean, should I though? No. Okay, you know what? We're skipping eyeliner today. We're just going to go in with mascara and lashes. So I use the Benefit Bad Gal Bang. And, we should curl them first. That'd be a good start. Alright, then I'm going to be using some Morphe lashes in the, style Melrose Ave. Okay, lashes are on, so next, highlighter. So I'm going to be using the Jeffree Star Brain Freeze highlighter palette, and my favorite shade out of this, it's a mess, is Gold Breaker. So I'm going to take a small fluffy brush and just go right over my cheekbones. I love that. I love like the glossy look that it gives. It's my absolute favorite. And most highlighters will do this, but this is such a fine glitter. Oh, I love it. Now put just a little bit on my nose and this Cupid's bow thing. Alright, so that's highlighter. Last, I will do setting spray. I'll be using the Morphe Luminous. It's my all-time favorite. I love this one because it like melts the powders with the foundation and the liquids so that everything is like one unit and you don't look cakey. And it smells delicious. It has coconut and apple. Mwah, delicious. Chef's kiss. And it melts it together and it makes it look like your skin again. Gives you like a nice little glow. Love it. I think it's like $16. Morphe is currently around here only sold in Ulta, but it is worth it. Those lashes though, the Morphe lashes, they don't sell them at Ulta, or at least not the one by me. So you have to order those online. But it's worth it. Alright, and that is dry. And I have a speckle of mascara, so there's that. Lips. So I'm just going to take a little cotton round and wipe off the foundation that I got all over my lips. And I think I want to do this little like nude color, but I'm not sure how it's going to look with this. Ugh. It's fuzzy. I mean, it's not bad. Or should I do a gloss? You know what? No, we're keeping it. Alright. This is the final look. I hope the tutorial helped, was better if you want to create a look like this or this look itself. Yeah, so thanks for watching, I guess, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!